Now, a lot of people say, hey, man, you're stuck on this Greta thing. What's up? And here's the deal. I don't like being lied to. I don't like being deceived. I don't like it when propaganda is shoved down my throat. And I especially don't like it when globalist socialists use kids to do all that crap and shove garbage, socialist garbage down our throats. So I just want to read this real quick. And we'll get you through this video as quickly as we can, but there's some lies that really need to be dispelled here. Greta Thunberg tweeted out on December 12th, just a couple days ago. I'm sometimes called political. Wonder why. But I've never supported any political party. Never have, huh, Greta? Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second. Politician or ideology. I communicate the science, well, your version of science, and the risks of failing to act on it. And the fact that the politics needed don't exist today, neither to the right, left, nor center. Then she follows that up with, if anyone thinks that what I and the science are saying is advocating for a political view, which is really interesting because the scientists actually do have an agenda, and they have been challenged by real scientists, and they do have a political agenda, then that says more about that person than about me. That being said, some are certainly failing more than others. And I just have to read this. Brian Tyler Cohen, who's just gone exponential, stellar on his YouTube channel. I think he had like 24 million views last month. Says maybe Trump hates her because she speaks better English than him and it's not even her first language. Yeah, never mind the fact, Brian Tyler Cohen, that she is being used. She is an Antifa type along with her parents. She is being used with the mainstream media propaganda machine, which Brian Tyler Cohen is all about because he's one of those socialist Democrats. So here's, this is interesting right here. Dispelling the art of Greta Thunberg disinformation around the world. There's Greta Thunberg, and they say, hey, she didn't really take a picture with George Soros. This is completely false. Well, who is that picture really taken with Greta Thunberg and who? If it wasn't George Soros, who was it? Oh, it was Al Gore. Oh, yeah, that makes everything better. We know Al Gore doesn't have an agenda and hasn't had an agenda for the past 3 or 4 decades trying to push these carbon tax credits off on us. See, Greta Thunberg is being used not to fix the climate. She's not being used to make the planet a better, more breathable place, to clean the atmosphere up, to clean the water, to clean the land. She's not being used for that. She's being used to foist the climate tax on everybody. See, the controllers, when they get control, they want more control. When they get money, they want more money, and it's never enough. So Greta's being used to propagate all that stuff. She's being used to cram all that stuff down our throats. Next, she says she's not political. Well, this is from Greta Thunberg. By the way, she deleted this post right here from her Twitter feed. But what's she wearing right there? Oh, it's an Antifa shirt. It's an anti-fascist shirt. Interesting. And what is anti-fascist but just cramming violence down the throat of people? It's a political ideology, but she's not political. What did she say? I'm sometimes called political. You know, I wonder why when you're hanging out with ex-vice presidents who are trying to cram the carbon tax thing down our throat and lie to us about what's really going on with the climate, and when you wear an anti-fascist shirt, and when your parents are wearing that same shirt, 2 actors wearing the same shirt, pushing their daughter out in the spotlight to the point where she becomes Times Person of the Year. She's never done anything. She's never accomplished anything. She tries to virtue signal and say, how dare you? How dare you take away my childhood? Well, let's talk about taking away your childhood, Greta. This is not a doctored picture. This is an actual tweet from Greta Thunberg from January 22nd, 2019. It's still on her Twitter feed, so you can hover over that. Greta Thunberg, this is from her. Now, a lot of people have changed this photo and put these starving kids, let's see if I can find it here. Put these starving kids outside the window. That right there is photoshopped. But what she's eating at her table in her own tweet, that's a tub of potato salad from a single-use plastic container. She's reaching right there in this picture as they snap the photo. She's reaching into a tub of dip, single-use plastic tub. There's a bread wrapper, single-use plastic bread wrapper, mind you. And she, of course, is eating her potato salad with a single-use plastic utensil. And I like what this person says right here. I don't get it. Beautiful child, but all of what you dislike, you are seen here using while telling others they took your childhood, and cleverly by seeing this photo, they take nothing from you. Looks to me like your handlers take your childhood daily, not us. Time you heard the truth. She's being a climate hypocrite. And not only that, I mentioned this in a previous video on Greta. Where did the crust on the bread go? Is she wasting the crust on the bread? Is she that picky of a kid where she would actually waste something on this planet? We don't have time. We don't have time to waste. So I want to expose this stuff every time I see something like this. Not to mention, when she says, I'm sometimes called political, but I've never supported any political party, politician, or ideology, I want to direct your attention to this right here. This is a post that she put out on November 29th, just last month, less than 3 weeks ago. To change everything, we need everyone. Each and every one of us must participate in the climate resistance movement. We cannot just say we care, we must show it. And then she puts this link to projectsyndicate.org, where she co-wrote this article right here, Why We Strike Again. There's Greta Thunberg, that's her name, and she co-wrote with these other two authors. And down here, interestingly, she says, in the context of, I'm sometimes called political, but I've never supported any political party, politician, or ideology. What does Greta say? That action must be powerful and wide-ranging. After all, the climate crisis is not just about the environment. Oh, what else is it about? It is a crisis of human rights, of justice, and of political will. I'm sometimes called political, but I've never supported any political party, politician, or ideology. If anyone thinks that what I and the scientists are saying is advocating for a political view, you already admitted that this is about political will. And then she says, she and her co-writers, colonial, racist, and patriarchal systems of oppression have created and fueled it. We need to dismantle them all. Our political leaders can no longer shirk their responsibilities. She's getting involved politically while she's saying she's not getting involved politically. And I like what this guy says right here. Apparently, he's got a book called Watermelons. He says environmentalists are often green on the outside, red on the inside. Their movement is essentially a global socialistic redistribution exercise hiding behind a mask of green righteousness. And isn't that always how it works? They come to you as an angel and they have a dagger hidden behind their back and they're ready to stab you with it. Let's take their guns. Let's charge them carbon credits. Let's tell them how bad they are while we engage in the same activities that we condemn while we're standing on our soapbox. And before I leave this video, I want to show you this one meme that I happened upon the other day. This guy right here, let me just show you. His name is Boyan Slat. And this guy, ever since he was 2 years old, he's been building things. In 2011, at age 16, Slat came across more plastic than fish while diving in Greece. He decided to devote a high school project for deeper investigation into ocean plastic pollution and why it was considered impossible to clean up. He later came up with the idea to build a passive system using the circulating ocean currents to his advantage, which he presented at a TEDx talk in Delft in 2012. And check this out. This is from his Twitter account. By the way, his Twitter account has 124.8 thousand followers. That's it. Greta, she's got 3.7 million. Greta was the person of the year and has done nothing but talk and tell everybody how disgusted she is with her fellow human beings. Boyan, you know what he did? Boyan created a system that does this right here.
Interceptor number 2. Malaysia. This is such a dirty river. It's really incredible.
The bottom line is he's cleaning rivers. He's cleaning oceans. He's actually doing something about it. He's not just traveling the circuit talking. He's actually doing something. He's not trying to make people feel bad. He's not trying to get with politicians and have them increase our taxes. The bottom line with this climate change with Greta Thunberg is they're trying to control you. They're trying to manipulate you. They're trying to propagandize you, and they're trying to reach deeper into your pockets so that they can grab more wealth and power for themselves and less for you. They're there to trample your rights. Well, this guy right here, who's not named the person of the year, who only has 124,000 followers and Greta has 3.7 million, and Greta's the person of the year. This guy who's actually doing something and cleaning up the oceans, no mention. Not even an honorable mention. So that's why I deal with this stuff, guys. I'm sick of being lied to. I'm sick of the propaganda. I'm sick of mainstream fake streams, CIA infiltrated, Operation Mockingbird, CIA controlled mainstream media backing these crazy people who are trying to shove their socialist policies down our throats. Guys, if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel, just grab one of these high-impact, hard-hitting shirts. It really helps to help me to get more content out. I really appreciate you joining. Thanks for clicking on this video. Do everything you can to share this, guys. It's the only way I can combat YouTube's censorship and suppression algorithms. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.